What's up, guys? Welcome to Sports Talk 101. In today's video, we are gonna be recapping some more media days. So far, we had the Pac-12. Actually, most of the Group of Five. We had the Pac-12, we had the Big Ten, SEC, and ACC. I've done the recap on ACC, on the SEC, and the Big Ten. So today I'm doing the Pac-12. ACC, I'm having a hard time to find a bunch of transcripts from the coaches. I will do my best to find out. If I don't find anything from ACC, I won't do ACC. I need to see transcript. I'm gonna look. I've seen the videos, but it's easier to show me the transcript on these videos and then not the videos because of copyrighted issues on that. But I won't get into this video. But I may do the ACC, so be prepared. Outside the media days, I've been doing some videos on, like I said, check out my channel. I've done a bunch of prediction videos of ACC, Pac-12, making my way to the Big Ten, and the SEC and the Pac-12. I'm doing many as I can before the season starts. Hopefully, every single Power 5 team I can before the season starts, but if it's possible. So, that's that. Like I said, today we'll look at Pac-12. They had theirs, I think it was last this week? Or previous week, maybe recently, with less. It was maybe what July, sometime in July. This came out. I think it was like right before, right before the Big Ten. Big Ten was the 26th, 27th of July. So right around that week before the Big Ten, for sure was the Pac-12. Yeah. I'm gonna be trying to my best. I won't be doing every single team. If possible, if it's a time, I may do have a team. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select a few things that stood out to me, from his coaches and all that. So let's get started. Now let me just open up it. Give me a second. Can I? There we go. All right, there we go. All right, Pac-12. So we're gonna start off with the first two teams. We'll look at Kyle Williams, his transcript of Utah, and then we'll look at mine next. Let's start with this is Utah. Perfect. Okay. All right. So first off, he starts off with a question of the deduction. One question I'd like to ask him, as you can see right over here. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay. Let me make sure you can see it. Okay. Cool. One question I'd like is about the game against Florida, which is, I think he says, obviously this is good for conference. Oops. Anytime one of the members when you can win those games, marquee matchups, one that has natural implication. I think you judge the season as a whole. That's always important. No games really any more important than other in that regard, especially in conference. That's all important. As for as for 3P in Pac-12, he says we have quarterbacks and all over the place in this league, and I think Pac-12 very strong good place right now. I think the conference is really strong. Reports hopefully have won its college football playoff with one of the teams in the league. Talk about Cam Rising, who basically led this to Pac-12 championship. And I'm gonna mention for championship. Let's see. Navy head coach says, I think we're a great spot. Like I said, anytime you have great half the league ranked in the top 25 at this end of the season, going to next year, I think that's strong. I don't know if there's a league in the country, maybe the SEC, that has reputation and the trend. You have your league ranked in top 25. Talk about, biggest non-con rivals of Colorado. Obviously, Colorado is interesting that they can place there. The whole roster has been flipped over with new rules. The way things been structured, that's how it is. With Coach Shannon, talk about Dion, Coach Prime, basically taking a tree there. Other 6 other teams that ranked, he says that deserve so. He says, I think they're all capable. Both Arizona schools transition and Arizona coaching staff. I think, look, Coach Fitch, Arizona, I mean, they've been bad for years, but I think Fish, I agree with him. He's probably done success. I think he's going to drop it, gain some momentum. Yeah, I've seen that. No Arizona games, but I think he has done some sort of momentum, in my opinion, there. Obviously, with Warlocks of Cal, Taylor, it's hard, be the Downer being the worst team. And Arizona used to be good. Both Arizona school, Arizona and Arizona State. So there's that. Talk about USC in LA. He says, we're just playing, okay, recruiting, okay, that's this. He says, I will say to be nine, I think it certainly will have an impact on recruiting without presence in South California because point of recruiting over years. Obviously, talk about consecutive Pac-12. It says no one ever repeats Pac-12. That's true. No one has ever Pac-12 because Pac-12 is a conference that's so hard to get. Really, this you get 6 teams, roughly about 5, 6 teams are really good. As USC, UCLA, Utah, Oregon State, and Washington. So really, and sometimes Washington State. That's pretty much. That's how it is. You know, and that's just last year too. This year, so it's hard to win Pac-12 this year, last year because so many good teams. One of the teams beat each other, and it also has helped the Pac-12 not only to win conference, but that's it. It's easy to win conference, but it's also hard to make the playoff. And Pac-12 never made playoffs, especially 2 losses. Maybe they will do that in 2024. We'll see that. Pac-12 obviously we'll talk about that. We'll make a video. I have a video and Colorado. By the time I'm recording this, Colorado's launch these. Colorado, USC, and UCLA obviously. Well, we knew USC and UCLA would go to the Big Ten. Obviously, by the time I recorded this video, you know that Colorado has gone to the Pac-12. The Big 12 leaving the Pac-12. He asked about NIL. He says, as a negative or positive regard, he says, so I like this answer actually right now. He says, I think the concept of NIL overall is a big positive. I like seeing players get some monetary reward for the abilities of what they're doing, things like that. It's a bit out of control right now. There's no guardrails, there's no parameters. I don't see changing unless Congress steps in. That's my own opinion. I don't know how you get into this situation with regulated unless Congress does it. From my viewpoint, I kind of agree with him in this point. Congress, this is a mess right now. The whole NIL, and it's not been great in NIL. And it's players have had trouble playing with NIL. It's out of control. I agree with it. It is out of control. And that deal needs to be fixed. It will be fixed, I think, at some point. And so we'll see how that goes. But yes, it's have to play get more benefits somehow. We didn't put some regulations and parameters. This is where I agree with him. Need some regulations and parameters on it. Right now I agree with this part and this whole thing. I'm with him. This out of control. You need some sort of parameter, some sort of regulation. Right now, I don't think this is accessibility. The way it's going right now, I don't think accessibility more than the next few years. With them. It's not going to be sustainable. You need some barriers and regulations when it comes to NIL. That's my thinking. In order for something to be going to be possible, Congress, I don't know if Congress should slip in, we'll find out. But I do believe Congress should step in. I don't know if they will. See, things like me. I don't know if they're just doing that. Again, I realized this question, I will probably give a similar if I were with him in his position and I ask this question, I can guarantee you I'll give a similar response as he is giving right now. Tell me how that's also happening. Not going to happen at the NCAA level. They can't do it. It's not right now at state level, state to state. So many consistencies right now. We get some consistency. Government plays so it could be a better position. I 100% agree with this. What you said about NIL, I completely 100% agree with telling with him. I will probably give the same answer as he has. It's really how NIL has been. It's been also been really not great, and it's been interesting to see every coach has been asked, no what conference, whether Pac-12, Big Ten, SEC, ACC, Big 12. I was at Big Ten and look at ACC, the Big 12, the SEC, and the Big Ten. That's the responses you got for the coaches when it comes to NIL, and they all have. We need to work something out, place, and they have very similar, thought process. So look at Raleigh, USC. Let's see. Talk about Bear as Senate coming in. He talked about doing amazing to UC. He said, "Yeah, great similar one year about big guns. So I'm really excited about that." Yeah, talk about you go see the Maple football. Says we think we got a team. I think we think we got a team. I know at least looking to spring ball. There's competitive back and forth with one another. I agree with him. That possible basically asked that question. He was about Utah. And he said, I have all my respect for them, but you're talking about two different schools, the two different situation areas, the two different set rules. Talk about Arizona portal. Then you talk about NFL. Then you talk about culture. There you talk about successor pads. Ariel, this is where I think I like it. This is he says he also was asked by NL. He says I think it's been discussed at all different level in the last few weeks. Something listen, the NL probably like anything new, especially systematic, has advantages and real positives. So they pay to be able to treat it like the rest of the world and have a section be able to earn a capitalize of the hard work. I think we all agree is a positive thing. Is there regret or maybe disappointment? I think there's fair disappointment over how it was just overthrown to get it implemented, and so I'm with him on that part. There, then he says, is it common development in a reform? I don't think that's the answer. Is more so I kind of see what his point, but I'm with William on the situation. This that. So that's USC. So that was the first two coaches that done. USC's was looking wildly, and the previous one I did was Utah calling him. All right, let's look at Oregon Ducks and Dan Lanning. He talked about received Jeff. So cover all the questions here. You talk about Kirby Smart. So I'll got a second. What is that supposed to? Okay. He says, "Okay, coach, you get a lot." Wait, what? And also about Kenny Dillingham. So he said, "Hey, coach, you get a lot of wiggle time to talk to each other, but every time you are talk to each other, you feel like you're to be talking to a recruit. Extremely get a person to catch up with Smart. I have a lot of information and respect for the person he created for me. I've seen for Kenny. Also about that, new students. He asked about landscape. Focus on Oregon. We've been able to recruit talent, and says a Bender. That's true. Quarterback talent. Talk about Bo Nix. I guess he's babysitting, so that's funny. Strategy next leadership about. Okay, let's see here. Yes, very different questions. I asked about transfer portal. That I will see if he asked about the. I know he was asked about the NL. I'll see what his response was. Let's look. I know he was asked. Okay, maybe he wasn't. Yeah, I thought he was. Most coaches were asked though, so they didn't have updates, so maybe he didn't ask that one. But that's then big thing takeaway was not much. Just interesting. Only about him, I was listening to what he say, asking questions. Talk about last season basically. Basically understand what we're trying to accomplish. Focus on his team, and he's asking a few questions there. That's down and then obviously you couldn't Prime couldn't come. Obviously, here's the treasury. Right over there. Where was it? Um, so that's about Travis Hunter. I said he could do everything, but to do everything. Talk about the new roster, how they turn over. Okay, Shredder. Okay, Prime. It says this is a sense of. They asked a question about coach. What's the master? We also must master gear. Prime is this whole same bit. High, slow, fire, fast. But it's actually assistant coach when the coach nobody's safe. Obi says there's a sense of urgency. In fact, I can tell you nobody else is gonna put more pressure than we are put ourselves. Made this vision a clear vision from the beginning. That's one thing. One thing that I respect more about him is he tells the truth. He made it very clear that his what his vision for the program was, and as a leader, what you do is make sure everyone in the understands your vision, and we understand that vision. Nothing fear for our jobs. It's just our vision and where we want to go. And about 11th, Abel Sabin. Um. So that's from the defensive quarter of Buffaloes. And then we have Chip Kelly. He talked about guess asked about racing, horses, conference for a number of years. And then he asked when you leave. He says, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of things I'm gonna miss. I'll miss on after we're not leaving right now. Our sole focus potential is on the season. I think the league is strong as it's been. I think everybody talked about it today. Look, the problem is just this strong as it's been. The league is not strong. Okay, it's all. I mean, for the most part, it's strong, but only part it's not strong about is a TV deal. They don't have a correct TV deal. Once they do, I'm telling you right now, I will make a video, but Pac-12 needs something. They are right now sinking Titanic. It is not looking good right now for the Pac-12 philosophy. Oh, here you go. He says, well, I know I'm supposed to deal with outside your program. I know people believe that our crew is doing a good job. We have a Westwood change that was to the department. If business went opportunity, contact to at least in the school. That entity does that. That's how I know what operation work has stuff about that. So these are some of the key points we saw. What's this? At Pac-12 Media Days, SSCC, what coaches also need every coach. I'm gonna read some stuff. So Troy Taylor, SSC point of view, he just talked about Stanford and his point of view. Other coaches we see, especially from a lot to see what these coaches have to say specifically, but we have a lot of expectation from the other coaches like Jonathan Smith at Oregon State or Jake Riddick, Dick Ut at Washington State, Fisk at Arizona, Taylor at Stanford, obviously DeBoer at Wisconsin, Dillingham at Arizona, Wilcox at California. We obviously have, they already gave their talk and everything, but I didn't talk about them here in this video. But I'm just gonna briefly talk about them. They basically talk about ask questions about NIL. They talk about NIL, about the team or upcoming season. And a lot of times we get to this media days, just best news is no news. You don't know a lot of things heading to this. But a lot of these, even with coaches, things you want for answer to, you're not gonna answer to. With especially injuries and whatnot. So that's how these media days work. And we've seen it time to time. So, but anyways, that's how I think. My opinion and my take on the Pac-12 so far, on the selected 5 teams. Like I said, I've selected 5 teams too. Actually, this is what teams in the Pac-12 I'd say, especially the coaches and the athletes. And I'm glad I was able to look at them and share with you my thoughts on them and whatnot. So, anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. I'm Sports Talk One signing out. Peace.